Hey guys, Holly Smith PT here. Now today I wanted to answer a very common question I get asked all the time, and I guess it's a very common concept when I'm talking to people, and the topic they bring up is alcohol. So a lot of you right now are under stress. You've got a lot of stress going on in your life. You've got quite high pressure jobs, maybe working long hours, and we use alcohol sometimes as a coping mechanism after a long day of work to just chill out. Sometimes we can't feel like we can chill out properly unless we have that glass of wine, and when we do, you go, all right, well, I don't have to think about anything else. I'm just zen now, and now I can go to bed and my life is good. Now the thing is, when people come to me and they say, look, my problem is I drink too much alcohol. I'm like, all right, well, how much are you drinking? They're like, oh no, a glass or so a night. I'm like, okay. That's actually very common for busy people to drink 1 or 2 glasses of wine or have a beer every night. It's extremely common. Almost all my clients, used to have a glass of beer or wine every single night. So the fact is, you can't just click your fingers and go, if you've been relying on it and using it as a coping mechanism for your stress or anxiety, or under pressure you are at work. So you can't just click your fingers and go, all right, I'm just going to get rid of it and go cold turkey. Sometimes it doesn't work like that, because what will happen is on the weekends you'll end up binging. So the biggest thing for you right now is to switch that habit with another habit. So I know it's not that easy, and I'm talking about a bit more of a surface level stuff. I'm not speaking to the alcoholics. That is not my field. I am not someone that can help you with that. But what I can help you with is switching that habit of that dealing with, stress and alcohol as a coping mechanism, and switching it to a good habit. So what I suggest is, as soon as you grab that glass of wine, and as soon as it touches your lips, it sends signals to your brain and basically lets you know that it's time to chill and relax, and you don't have to think about all the stress that's going on at work. And that's just, you've been relying on that. So what you need to do is switch it with a good habit. And the one thing I like to do is, you can either actually spend time with your friends or your family and watch a movie. And if you feel like you need something in your hand, sip on either like soda water with a bit of cordial, herbal teas. Just have another glass in your hand and replace that. Now, a lot of people probably say, oh, that's not a good idea, but this has been working for a lot of my clients who've relied on alcohol for years. So replacing that feeling with something else, with a good habit of soda water and lime or something else, will help with not alcohol. Another thing you can do is replace the drinking habit with something else physical. So, for example, you can do journaling. So you maybe make the effort of, instead of grabbing that glass of wine or grabbing out that laptop when you know you shouldn't, when you should have left it at work and you need to stop working because it's bedtime, I suggest that you just grab out a piece of paper and either start journaling or brain dump. So a lot of the time your mind will go 100 miles an hour and you struggle to sleep, therefore you have that glass of wine, blah, blah, blah. So what you need to do is grab out a piece of paper and brain dump everything. So everything that's on your mind, like anything you're anxious about, I've got to call that person, I've got to do this tomorrow. And then what you want to do is create the action steps to portray everything you just wrote down, because there's no point just writing stuff down and not meaning anything. Otherwise you're just going to think about it all night. Your subconscious mind is going to not let you sleep. So write down everything. I've got to make that call tomorrow, I've got to do this, I'm anxious about this, I've got to call that person, I've got to get that meeting, I've got to drive there. Okay, what have I got to do to have the most successful day in those areas? And that is going to take it out of your brain, put it on paper, and it's going to replace the alcohol and the stress and put it on paper. And it has helped so many people, and it's really working. So maybe try that. And another thing is just staying away from technology and staying away from any triggers that may grab you towards the alcohol. So if you know, as soon as you sit down on the couch, it's wine time, wind down, then maybe don't sit down on the couch. Maybe go sit in your bed and read a book instead, and don't touch your phone an hour before bed. That will change your life. You'll feel so much better. You'll have a better sleep. But just focusing on bringing that drinking alcohol, to a good habit. And I'm all for having a few drinks on the weekend with friends. But don't go all cold turkey during the week and then binge on the weekend. It's not lifestyle. Lifestyle is about enjoying it, right? If you enjoy your glass of red wine like 3 times a week, then still have it, but just make sure you're not using it as a coping mechanism, and replace all your bad habits with good habits. And then once you do that for a little while, you'll realize that you don't even really need it. And it does take time, but all I can say is don't go bad back to your bad habits is very easy and very common, and it takes work and time, so you're going to have to put the effort in to actually, reduce that. So implement these steps. If you currently struggle, you work long hours, and you're a busy individual who just needs a strategy, you need the schedule, you need everything put in place for you in your life right now to start actually seeing results in your health and fitness and actually just getting your life together, then just send me a DM. We can have a quick chat and see what the BizFit program would look like for you, or I can just give you a few strategies and advice as well. So just send me a DM and have a great day, and I hope this helps.